Now let's take a look at improving our composite using masks. Resize things a little bit here so we can see what we're doing. And we have our fog laid over this shot. I'll select my merge and turn up the blend a little bit so we can see this fog a little better. And I'll actually just take away our transform too, because I like our current framing. But this doesn't look very realistic because fog doesn't really act like this. It wouldn't really look the exact same up here as it would on the ground. So we can use a mask to kind of limit where this fog is added and make it a little bit more realistic. Here towards the middle of our interface in our toolbar, we have a couple different masks. We have a rectangle, ellipse, a polygon, and a B-spline. You can play with all of these yourself, but for now, let's grab a polygon and just drag it in here. And we're going to use this mask to limit where the fog goes. So what we'll do is we'll take the output of our mask and we'll take it and we'll plug it into the blue input of our fog. And once we do that, the fog disappears because it's only adding fog where we have the mask and we don't have any mask on there. So it's not adding any fog. But if I were to start clicking on this and make a little shape like this and close the shape, then it's just going to draw that fog inside of the shape. And we can select something other than the mask to get rid of that outline. And now we have the fog just added here. Obviously, this looks horrible. We don't really want it like that. There's way too sharp of an edge here. So to adjust the edge, we just select the polygon mask and go over here to our inspector. And there's a property called soft edge. So let's push that up and that will soften this. And we'll just push it up a lot. Pretty much the rule of thumb when it comes to compositing or color. If you can make a mask softer, do it. If you can get away with a really soft mask, that's always going to be better than a harsh mask. And now we have this cool little ground fog over our shot, and it looks a lot more realistic. And of course, we can adjust this a little further by clicking our fog and adjusting the scale of it. So we kind of just have these little tufts, and it's really a cool effect. Now let's make this shot even a little better. This sky, if this is going to be kind of nighttime, this sky is way too bright. So what we can do is add another color corrector like this. I'll add this after our first color corrector, and we can add a mask to the color corrector. So I'll just grab this polygon mask, drag it over here, and take the output and put it into the blue input of the color corrector, which is our mask input. And we can draw a mask, maybe sort of around the top of our shot. And now whatever we do in the color corrector is only going to happen on the top of the shot. We can take our polygon mask and push up this soft edge some more so that it's nice and subtle. And now instead of doing this pink, let's reset. And maybe we'll push this a little bit more blue. And we'll take down our gain, which is going to adjust the brighter parts of the image. And we can kind of darken just that part of the shot. Yeah, I'll push this even a little bit more blue. And we're getting a much more realistic result than we had before, where it still kind of looked like it was daylight. So that's the power of masks. Not only can you connect all of these nodes together, but you can limit what each node does by drawing a little shape on the screen.